Estonia-Russia relations refers to bilateral foreign relations between Estonia and Russia. Diplomatic relations between the Republic of Estonia and the Russian SFSR were established on 2 February 1920, when Bolshevist Russia recognized de jure the independence of the Republic of Estonia and renounced in perpetuity all rights to the territory of Estonia via the Treaty of Tartu. At the time, the Bolsheviks had just gained control of the majority of Russian territory, and their government's legitimacy was being hotly contested by Western powers in the Russian White movement. In 1030, Yaroslav the Wise of Kievan Rus organized a military expedition to the territory of Chuds and built a fort he called Yuriev on the site of their former stronghold. In 1060, Kievan Rus taxed Sosols. Next year Sosols rose up, attacked Yuriev and destroyed it. During the reign of Yaroslav the Wise, the first Russian Christian churches were founded in Estonia. However, Estonia was not Christianized until the 13th century by German and Danish crusaders. In 1558, Ivan IV of Russia invaded Livonian Confederation and Sweden. Treaty of Jam-Zapolsky in 1582 between Russia and the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Russia renounced its claims to Livonia. The following year, the Tsar also made peace with Sweden. Under the Treaty of Plessa, Russia lost Narva and the southern coast of the Gulf of Finland, being its only access to the Baltic Sea. The situation was partially reversed 12 years later, according to the Treaty of Tavzino, which concluded a new war between Sweden and Russia. Sweden's defeat in the Great Northern War in 1721 resulted the Treaty of Nystad. The Russian Empire gained Sweden's Baltic territories Estonia and Livonia. The legal system, Lutheran Church, local and town governments, and education remained mostly German until the late 19th century and partially until 1918. By 1819, the Baltic provinces were the first in the Russian Empire in which serfdom was abolished, the largely autonomous nobility allowing the peasants to own their own land or move to the cities. These moves created the economic foundation for the coming to life of the local national identity and culture, as Estonia was caught in a current of national awakening that began sweeping through Europe in the mid-19th century. During World War I, between the retreating Russian and advancing German troops, on the 24th of February 1918, the Salvation Committee of the Estonian National Council MAPEV issued the Estonian Declaration of Independence. The Estonian War of Independence, which took place during the Russian Civil War, was the Republic of Estonia's struggle for sovereignty in the aftermath of World War I and the Russian Revolution of 1917. The war ended in 1920 with Estonia's victory over Russia. The Treaty of Tartu was a peace treaty between Estonia and Russian SFSR signed on the 2nd of February 1920, ending the Estonian War of Independence. According to this treaty, Russia recognized Estonia's sovereignty and renounced any and all territorial claims on Estonia. In 1920, the rules were laid down in Russia at the Comintern's Second Congress. Communist parties abroad were to be created either afresh or else by splitting social democratic parties. In any case, they were to be accountable to Moscow and not to their domestic constituencies. Vladimir Lenin's incapacity and death triggered a struggle for power between Leon Trotsky and Joseph Stalin. During the struggle, Soviet foreign policy drifted. On the 1st of December 1924, Comintern conducted an attempted communist coup in Estonia. Before World War II, the Republic of Estonia and USSR had both signed and ratified following treaties. The fate of the relations between USSR and Republic of Estonia before World War II was decided by the German-Soviet Non-Aggression Pact and its secret additional protocol of August 1939. The pact was made for 10 years. On the 12th of June 1940, the order for total military blockade of Estonia was given to the Soviet Baltic Fleet. On the 14th of June, the Soviet military blockade of Estonia took effect. 2 Soviet bombers downed a Finnish passenger airplane Kaleva flying from Tallinn to Helsinki and carrying 3 diplomatic pouches from the U.S. legations in Tallinn, Riga and Helsinki. On the 16th of June 1940, The Soviet Union invaded Estonia. The Red Army excited from their military bases in Estonia. Some 90,000 additional Soviet troops entered the country. Molotov had accused the Baltic states of conspiracy against the Soviet Union and delivered an ultimatum to Estonia for the establishment of a government the Soviets approve of. The Estonian government decided, according to the Kellogg-Briand Pact, not to use war as an instrument of national policy, given the overwhelming Soviet force both on the borders and inside the country. Not to resist, to avoid bloodshed and open war. On the 17th of June, Estonia accepted the ultimatum and the statehood of Estonia de facto ceased to exist. The day France surrendered to Germany. The military occupation of